What do you want to be when you grow up? It's one of the most common questions you'll ever get asked and sometimes the hardest to answer.
The choice between VCAL and VCE can often be hard, especially when schools prioritise the pathway to university.
I think the industry focus of TAFE courses is something that's very important, and I think students benefit a lot from the style of teaching and the possibilities that each course leads to.
TAFE enrolments have continued to decrease since 2016, calling for schools to encourage students to seek a possible career in the trade industry. 16-year-old Alessia Cremasco is excited to kickstart her career in beauty therapy.
So I actually moved schools at the beginning of this year because next year I'm going to be doing a VCAL program, so it's incorporated with year 11 and 12, and also TAFE where I learn a trade. Hey, can you just look up for a second? Thanks. Both schools that I've been to have had careers counsellors, but at my old school they're really motivated to push you more towards like a straight university pathway.
In the last 10 years, there's been an expectation that everyone goes to university.
I think it's really been to some students' disadvantage to go to university when it doesn't necessarily suit them. VCAL certainly suits a good number of students. While it's less academic, it still does develop a really good range of skills. But I think schools should look at the students they're serving and have enough variety to cater for all of them.
23-year-old Daniel Mamoni is starting his pre-apprenticeship in electrotechnology.
I've just been working in a cafe to save up enough money to go travelling, and I've also just been making music.
Initially, Daniel got into a university course, but realised it wasn't for him.
I didn't really feel pressured to go into university after I finished school. If I had to go back, I would still do my VCE again, even though I wanted to do a trade. VCE is important and all students should try and get their VCE certificate.
My passion is part of my school. The bulk of my education, the bulk of my studies is actually going to be around makeup and around beauty therapy. So I won't have to put like one above the other, they're just kind of going to be the same thing.
Students are more willing to do university over TAFE because they believe only dumb people go to TAFE, but that's not the case.
I really like some of the pre-apprenticeship courses. They really, in 3 months, they give you a really good idea, is this area for me? So I think TAFE is significantly underrated.